Hey, it's the Fantasy Football Avengers, and we are back once again. I got my boys. I got the final boss, Boulevard. I got my boy GI16 in the building. This is the highlight of the day where I get to talk about fantasy football with my friends. And we're going to help you guys out today. If you got some questions about who you want to start this week or who you want to sit this week. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Get the show on the roll. Let's hit that intro. You're now about to witness the strength of fantasy football knowledge.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Avengers podcast, starring Kyle Shanahan's, Boulevard, GQ, and GI16. And now, here's the boys.
Good night, good morning, good evening, wherever part of the town you in or wherever part of the world you are in. It is the Fantasy Football Avengers. What's that thing that I do to get Garfield pissed off? One of these days, I'm gonna take a video of how he looks back at me when I do that. He gets so pissed off whenever I do that. But we are back in the building. We are back in the building. And I don't know, GI16 is over there Daft Punking it again. We are going to start off with your Thursday night football reactions. This was a very good game if you had parts. If you had Kirk Cousins, good Lord, you could probably win your week just off of Kirk Cousins alone. That man lost his mind on Thursday night. He lost his ever-loving mind on Thursday night. Baker Mayfield didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a Kirk Cousins game.
No,
I read
509 to 180. That's the big ass difference.
I read somewhere that Kirk Cousins had more passing yards Thursday night than New England has had all season.
That's a hell of a study.
That is very possible.
Yeah, so let's talk about what are the takeaways from this game. Rachaad White is not dead yet. What did Bucky Irvin do this game? Let me look that up. But I know Rachaad White said he is not dead yet. Bucky gonna have to take that first string role in blood.
That's what it's all about. You got to hold on to your spot.
You got to hold on to your spot. Hold on to your spot, Rachaad White, because I got you in a lot of leagues.
I got one thing that I learned about this game.
What's
Kirk
that?
Cousins threw for more yards than any other player in Atlanta Falcons history. He broke the record that was set by Matt Ryan. On Matt Ryan.
In front of Matt Ryan. Hey, that's what it's for. That's what you're supposed to do.
I know what's important about that game. Use top pick, and look what happens.
Wait, what did he say about? He said Kyle Pitts. We ain't doing that. We not doing that.
Kyle Pitts, but it won't. It won't.
I mean, what was it? First play of the game was to Pitts, if I remember.
I believe so. My man, Hall of Fame bound Mike Evans caught his 100th touchdown. Caught two of them things. Drake London had a game.
Man, there were four people on the fucking Falcons with not 8 or more targets.
Yeah,
4 players. That's crazy.
And it's crazy that the player that scored a game-winning touchdown wasn't one of them.
Right.
I'm like, man, come on, Kurt. Come on, Kurt. You couldn't have gave that to one of your guys, Mooney, London, Pitts. They were cooking for you that night. They were cooking for you.
Yes.
Kyle Pitts probably had statistically his best game. He had like 7 catches, 88 yards. He had statistically his best game. I'm hoping to see more of this going forward from Kyle Pitts because I want to believe in Kyle Pitts. I want to believe in Kyle Pitts. But for right now, I'm believing in Drake London. I'm believing in Mooney. I'm loving Mooney right now. Loving Mooney. With that being said, Drake London, I think you're out of bum jail.
Got to be coming back here now.
He's out of bum jail. But Kyle Pitts, you're not out just yet. Kyle Pitts. You get your ass back in bum jail. Yeah, he ain't out just yet. We need to see that at least.
When the hell did he leave?
Huh?
What happened to him? He got booted?
Who?
Okay, there he is.
Yeah, he keeps coming in. I think it's his internet connection keeps kicking him out.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Can you hear me
now? Yes, perfect.
Like I said, using Kyle Pitts works.
Yeah, you come right in just after I put Kyle Pitts back in bum jail. He's not coming out yet.
You got me 15 points. I'll take
it's all snake oil.
What you say?
It's snake oil. That man threw the ball 58 times. He's not going to do that again this season.
I know.
You think
42 completion?
I don't know. He may be in a couple more shootouts this year.
I hope so.
Don't they got to play Detroit?
I hope so. I want more of this. I mean, it cuts away from Bijan's stats, but
I mean, they got to play Tampa Bay again. That's probably going to be another shootout. They got to play the Saints again. That's probably going to be another shootout.
In 3 weeks.
So yeah. So
this could be who they are. You're right.
They play the Sea Chickens.
It's a possibility that Kirk Cousins can light them up again.
They play the Seattle Sea Chickens in between that too.
Yeah. It's definitely a possibility that Kirk Cousins could definitely do it again. So yeah, it was a good game. That was a good game.
Bijan let me down though.
Yeah, Bijan is letting everybody down. I don't know if it's because of his injury, if he has an injury that he's trying to gut through. But I'd rather Bijan sit down and clear this injury and come back and do Bijan things than go out there, try to gut through it, and get yourself injured even more.
Or at least get on the ball in the passing game.
That too, because why are we not using Bijan in the passing game? That is ridiculous. He's a good pass catcher. That's ridiculous. But you
especially
know what?
on 58 passing attempts, 3 targets.
Yes. But you know what, though? Again, it's week 5. Possibly going down the line. He could probably start getting ramped up more. I would not. I'm riding Bijan till the wheels fall off. If you got Bijan, if you drafted Bijan, I'm riding him till the wheels falls off. Pause. Like you got to stick with. If you drafted a guy in the first couple of rounds, you got to stick with that guy.
Listen,
you got to stick
Bijan's not getting single digits every game. He's getting at least double digits.
Yeah, we just need to see that. We just need to see it going forward. Falcons need to stop. Falcons need to stop bullshit and get Bijan the ball. Like, even if you want to turn into a passing team, which they're looking like, you can still give the ball to Deshaun. You can still throw him some passes. Like the guy's talented. He could be Christian McBlackfrey. He could be. Just give him a chance.
That's my issue with Guerrero. That he's supposed to, but use him in the passing game. The ball and break a tackle and be gone down the field in 10 seconds or less. But
I don't.
Coaches don't know what they're doing.
I don't understand how Detroit has so many mouths to feed, if they can feed all those mouths, but the Falcons can't do the same. Like they should be able to at least feed. You can feed Kyle Pitts, you can feed Drake London, you can feed Mooney, and you can feed Bijan. You can feed all those guys.
Ray McLeod, though, he was killing them. Killing Tampa Bay.
Yeah, 16 targets, I think. That's it.
Oh, Ray over the that last game?
Yeah.
Why is Ray getting so many targets?
Somebody got 13, somebody got 16. Yeah, okay. Mooney got 16. Ray got 9. My bad. And London got 13.
All I gotta say, look, I am.
And 9 is a hell of a lot of targets for the third receiver.
Yeah, it is. And I am loving the resurgence of Darnell Mooney. I had a feeling that Darnell Mooney could be one of them. He just needed a better quarterback, because he's always shown in Chicago that, if you can give him somebody that can actually get the ball to him, that he can put in some work. Getting 1,000 yards in Chicago with the line that they had and the quarterbacks that they had, that's a testament to your talent. That is a testament to your talent. So going somewhere else with a quarterback like Cousins, a quarterback like Cousins who can actually sustain multiple targets at one time. He did it last year in the first half of the season before he got hurt. He had Addison cooking, he had Hawkinson cooking, and he had JJ cooking. So yeah,
JJ can have anybody can have any quarterback can play well with JJ. Just throw him the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
If the ball's in his vicinity, he'll catch it.
Yeah, JJ's the best. He's the best in wide receiver in the NFL. But at the same time, Kirk Cousins has cooked with a lot of players. He has cooked with a lot of players. So Kirk Cousins is really good. He's really good for fantasy football.
Jefferson's number 1. Who's number 2 receiver in the league?
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek.
Yeah. All right.
And I think CD's around 3-4-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I'll put Jamar.
I think CD is a little more consistent than Chase, but Chase is a bigger threat. He's a bigger threat receiver than CD, but CD is more consistent.
Right. Which one? Yeah, number 2.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my. Now where we ranking Nico?
Wow, he's climbing fast.
Because Nico is eating. He is eating this year.
Yeah, at least where Diggs was.
My order has JJ, Hill, Chase, CD, Devontae. That's my 5. After that, 60-10, you could finagle how the hell you want. Honestly, AJ Brown's in there somewhere. Nico at the current moment, because he's just balling the hell out. Ayuk last year, not this year.
Yeah, Ayuk was definitely top 10-ish last year.
What's his name? Oh, we were just Mike Evans,
Hall of Famer.
Probably Yeah,
Yeah,
no, he's
HOF Mike Evans.
He's Hall of Famer, yeah,
He-
absolutely.
automatically the
First ballot.
First ballot.
First ballot.
Because
Well, there's
nobody's
kind of a
gonna bring him-
logjam, ain't it?
What you say?
Huh?
Isn't there kind of a jam at wide receivers getting in? Like there's a
No.
long line ahead of them.
I don't think so.
No, because
Not him.
because
Not him, at least.
what's his name skipped the line a long time ago.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Calvin. Once Calvin got in, there was no.
When Mike Evans' career is over, he's gonna have better numbers than everybody that people think was better than him. He's gonna have better numbers than Julio. He's gonna have better numbers, definitely better numbers than Michael Thomas. He's gonna have better numbers than DeAndre Hopkins. He's gonna have better numbers than just a lot of guys that were around his circumference when he was, that guy. He's gonna have better numbers than these guys because he's been more consistent, and he got a ring. He got a ring.
The ring wasn't gonna matter anyway. The
ring is gonna put the icing on the cake. Gonna put the bow
added bonus, like I said.
on, yeah.
But you gotta think about it. Is this year 9 or 10 for him?
I think this is year 10.
Look it up for me, because if I use my computer, something might happen. So, but honestly, if this is year 9, he'll be at 9,000 yards by the end of the season. Plus, if this is year 10, he'll be almost at 11,000 yards, because the man has had 1,000 yards every season for his career.
Every season.
There's only two receivers, two active receivers.
Actually, this is going on year 11.
Look at that. He's already going to be at 12,000 yards by the end of this year.
He's going to be at 12,000 yards by the end of the week.
Next game, yeah.
Next game. He has 11,956 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He needs 44 yards to be at 12,000 yards. Mike Evans is Hall of Fame.
When all is said and done, right? It'll be Jerry, T.O., what's his name from Arizona? Larry Fitz, Randy Moss, Steve Largent, I think Marvin Harrison, and Mike Evans are going to be your top 7 receivers in yards.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? The fact that he is that close, and nobody else is that close that was around him.
Hey, Boulevard, while you're talking, Boulevard, can you do me a favor? Can you look at the greatest, the greatest receivers of all time?
You want the numbers? By the numbers, number 1, obviously Jerry Rice. 2 is Fitz. 3 is T.O. 4 is Randy Moss. 5 Isaac Bruce. 6 Tony Gonzalez, the tight end. 7 is Tim Brown. 8 Steve Smith. 9 Marvin Harrison. 10 Reggie Wayne. That's crazy. 11 is
what's Reggie Wayne's numbers?
Reggie Wayne has 14,345 yards.
Okay.
Largent is 19 right now.
Well, it's crazy. When he
behind
left,
Andre Reed.
When he left football, he had the most stats of all time.
DeAndre Hopkins will probably pass him this season.
Will pass who?
Steve Largent.
Okay. And where's Mike Evans on that?
Number 30, just about to hit 12,000.
Okay.
Eric Mason and Hines Ward are right in front of him.
And Hopkins
actually
got how many
just passed Michael Irvin.
Oh wow, he passed Irvin?
He just passed Irvin. He's got 52 extra yards on Irvin.
Oh wow.
Like I was saying, when Largent left football, I think Largent had a bunch of NFL receiving records, and then Jerry Rice shattered them shits in like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. Game changed.
Listen, Mike Evans is gonna be in the top 5 with Fitz, T.O., and Jerry. That's crazy. Ain't nobody catching Jerry though. Jerry got what 20,000 shit like that.
It's about almost 2,300.
Mm-hmm.
23,000. You mean?
Yeah, yeah.
God.
In order to catch that, you got to play well into your 40s, and you got to play good into your 40s,
which he did.
Yeah,
and he never averaged anything less than 850.
That's crazy.
Right.
Jerry never had anything less than
right there.
Even if, and a matter of fact, bullshit, because he missed 1 year with an ACL injury.
And
he missed
came
1
back.
year with an ACL injury, came back, and then still shattered all the records.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Well,
Jerry, could you imagine?
We're gonna go
could you imagine?
for the next 50 minutes just talking receivers?
Could you imagine playing fantasy football when Jerry Rice was playing? You know, Jerry Rice is he was going in the first round every year.
Every year.
I'm gonna say this quick before we move on, because I get this argument all the time when we do receivers and stuff like that with other people. When it comes to running backs, and this is just my opinion only, the 3 best running backs are 1A, 1B, 1C. Sweetness, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders. Everybody else after that, I don't give a damn.
Who was your first one?
I wasn't no specific order.
No, you said
my top.
I heard Jim. We heard Jim Brown, and we heard Jim Brown, and we heard Walter Payton. Okay,
yeah. And Barry Sanders. My 1A, B, and C. They're all 1. Everybody goes out. I don't give a goddamn about the rest of the list.
Well, for my uncle's sake, where you putting Gale Sayers?
Oh, he's in the top 10. He's in the top 10. Probably middle of the card, because I have to throw in Dickerson and what's his name from Houston is in my top 5. Earl Campbell, and then you got to throw Emmett. Emmett has to be there. Emmett has to be somewhere in that realm. But nah, you kidding me? Gale Sayers, that dude was the truth.
Yeah,
the truth. And you also got to throw Orenthal James into the list. Orenthal James has to be on the list. Mr. OJ, God rest his soul. But like I said earlier, I got to pay respects to my man Aponte for what I was saying earlier, because he's the reason why I said what I said.
Yeah, my uncle made me sit down and watch Gale Sayers. That's one thing I love the most about my uncle. He used to always make me watch classic sports. So he made me sit down and watch Sayers. And I say Sayers was nasty. He was if you are a football fan, or you call yourself a football fan, and you are not watching the old highlights of these players, you are doing yourself a disservice.
Like,
please, whenever you get a chance, just sit down and watch some highlights of Jim Brown. Watch some highlights of Barry Sanders. Watch some highlights of Earl Campbell. Watch some highlights of Gale Sayers. Watch some highlights of just watch highlights of the greats. Like,
no,
you get an appreciation of the game.
What's the dude that replaced Jim Brown at Syracuse? They made a movie about him.
Ernie
something. Ernie, oh my God.
The Express. Ernie.
Yes, the Express. That dude. If you're talking about old school football players, that dude was the damn truth too. The way he destroyed college football, and if it wasn't for that sickness, it would have been him and Jim Brown in the NFL.
Ernie Davis.
There you go.
You know what I love the most about them older? You know what I love the most about the older players? They stayed around forever. These new guys, 5 or 6 years, and they're done. The running backs, 5 or 6 years, they're done. Like after they get their second contract, their bodies just start breaking down. It's the reason why none of these guys will catch Emmitt Smith.
Right.
AP was the closest.
Yeah.
And maybe Derek. Maybe Derek. But are you guys gonna watch that new black documentary about black quarterbacks?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely gotta catch that one. All right, let's get
Yep.
back on. Let's get
Rushing
back
yards.
on track.
Yeah, we can. Hey, man, we love football over here. We love
Go on a
football over
tangent,
here. So we're gonna
Frank
get.
Gore is third on the rushing list.
Yes, because Frank Gore is from that class. Him and AP are from that class of we not going away.
Nope.
We are not going away.
Derrick Henry will hit 10,000 yards next game.
And did you see that Gore was at the Iowa Ohio State game today?
Yeah. And Derrick Henry hitting 10,000 yards after being sacked the first 2 years is crazy. That's
Zeke's
crazy.
40, and they're in another one for a while that's currently playing. Mixon 75. So there you go.
And
Two players in the top 50 currently playing.
Okay. Is it Henry and Mixon?
Henry. Oh, wait. Yeah. Wait a second.
Nixon.
Zeke and Henry.
Okay.
And Zeke did that, in 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he became
could you imagine what if Zeke would have stayed healthy?
Yeah, he's not hitting 10,000, but he's up there. He's 40th.
He's never going to hit 10,000, dude. Stop it. He is hot garbage right now.
Right, yeah. He's done. Zeke is done. And I hate it because I for fantasy purposes, I love Zeke when he came out. But I hate how much of a shell of his form of himself he is now.
Hey.
But let's get to these starts and sits because this is going to be.
I just want to say one last thing real quick. See how we have a topic called Call Your Shot, right? I could have sworn during the offseason I kept telling a bunch of fans, don't be surprised the Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, man.
That face. Oh, that is getting clipped. That is getting clipped. Oh, that is getting clipped.
I had to come back for that one.
Oh, yeah, that is getting clipped. That's going to be a meme. That's going to be a meme.
Serious. That was serious.
That is going to be a meme.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
That's my De Niro look.
All right, we're going to get into these starts and sits. But that's going to be a meme. Trust and believe that one.
Let it be. I'll get paid for it then.
All right. So let's get into these starts and sits now.
Starts and sits of the week.
All right. What's the first game we've got on the docket?
First game on the docket is the Jets versus the Vikings at 9:30 in the morning from London.
I don't want to start Garrett Wilson, but I have no choice in the leagues I'm in. If it wasn't the bye week, he'd probably be on the bench because the way that Vikings defense is playing, I don't see Aaron Rodgers really getting off this week.
I do.
Maybe you need some baby oil.
Only reason why I say him and Rodgers are gonna have a good game is because for some odd reason Rodgers against Minnesota is just he has something against that team. When they're good, when they're bad, exactly. Discount double check. It's Rodgers. So I won't be surprised this game is close. I really won't. Both defenses are good. Both got great. One has a great secondary. The other one has a better overall defense at the current moment. So it could be a defensive game. It could be a 10-10, 20-something, 10-something, like 17. It could be a very low-scoring game, or it could be a high-scoring game. We don't know what I get this tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning in London.
Right.
We really don't.
Over under 40.5.
Mm.
They ain't expecting much scoring.
I'm going under. Definitely.
They're expecting a 20-19 game.
Yeah. First team scored 3 touchdowns wins.
We starting Sam Darnold this week?
Yeah, why not?
Listen,
against the Jets defense, though, I don't know. Like you said, they have a good secondary.
DJ Reed or Sauce Gardner. But as belligerent as you look right now, James, I'm sorry, Kyle, with about this game, you have to start both quarterbacks. You got to start all the receivers that you can start in this game. I picked up Lazard, and I'm going to start. Or did I pick up Lazard? No, I'm about to pick up Lazard in the league because I need to start somebody, and I don't have faith in what I have. I'll use Lazard for 1 week.
I mean, because it's the bye week, you have to start. You have to start your starters because it's the bye week. You probably have nobody else on your roster that you can put over Garrett Wilson this week. So you have no choice but to start Garrett Wilson.
Bye week has kicked my ass.
Yeah, JJ is an automatic start every week. Automatic start every week.
I think to be a start.
I have to start Jordan Addison in the league that I have Jordan Addison in. I have to start him. I'm hoping that Brees. I'm hoping that Brees gets off. I'm hoping that this is a Brees game because when the 49ers played, when the 49ers played Minnesota, Jordan Mason got off. He got off. I mean, you can run on Minnesota. You can definitely run on Minnesota. I would feed Brees the ball.
Not just Brees, Braylon Allen too.
No, Brees. Damn a Braylon Allen. You drafted Brees Hall in the first round. We don't care about Braylon Allen.
No, Braylon Allen's one of them sneaky pickups.
Braylon is a thorn in the side because it's like Brees is supposed to be the guy. Thank you, Garfield. Brees is supposed to be the guy. He's supposed to be the guy. Garfield doesn't like Braylon Allen either.
I thought he said pick up Kobe Parkinson.
Look, this may be the week you have to.
You got to do something.
You got to do something.
Everybody this week.
It's like 4 teams on bye, and it's 4 teams with players that you drafted high.
Mm-hmm.
Like Detroit. The NFL knows what they're doing, bro. They know what they're doing with these bye weeks. You had to schedule Detroit on a bye this week. This is the week you had to take. Come on, bro.
Dude, you lost. What you losing? St. Brown, Gibbs, Monty, Goff, Laporta. Like right there, you just took off a half of fucking people's teams.
Right.
Stop.
Not to mention the quarterbacks.
Right.
The valuable quarterbacks.
Who else is on by this week? Oh, Philly. Philly
Eagles on by. I don't really know who else.
I lost Saquon.
But you know what, though? Yeah. Saquon is gone. It's another week. Another week without Smith. Another week without AJ Brown. Another week without Goddard. Hurts. Like, yeah. Who else is on bye this week?
It's Detroit, Tennessee, Philly, and the Chargers.
All right, you're not really missing much on Tennessee.
And the
Chargers.
I like
the Chargers. You're not really missing much on the Chargers either, except J.K. Dobbins and Lad McConkey.
I lost McConkey. Oh, I got a little McConkey.
And he was getting targets that last game.
I agree with. What was it you said last episode? Didn't you say last episode they need to just start letting Brendan Rice play and see what happens?
Yeah, let him play. Let him play. What hurt could it do? What hurt could it do to throw Brendan Rice on the field? Like, what hurt could it do?
Let my boys play. Remember the Titans.
Come on, Harbaugh. You got a Rice on your team. Let him play. You was a 49er coach. Let a Rice play. Yeah, I tell you what. You know what? No, we're gonna save that for the trade rumors. But the Chargers definitely need to be making calls. They definitely need to be making calls.
They need to go.
So what's the next game on the docket? What's the next game on the docket?
I wanted to know what what's going on over here.
No. I'll wait for the trade rumors.
All right.
I'll behave.
All right. This game, I don't know what to make of this one. Carolina at Chicago. Chicago by 4.
Take the Bears to cover the spread.
I'm interested in starting Swift this week and seeing if he can put up what he put up last week. Swift, I want you to listen to me. This week is going to determine if you go into bum jail or not. You want to avoid bum jail. So you want to go out there and you want to have a game against the Panthers, whose defense is trash. So you should be able to get, now you might not get what you got last week, but you should still be able to get about a good 87 yards on the ground, maybe 23 through the air, and you should be able to get a touchdown.
Is someone shooting their shot?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yes, he did.
That's not my shot.
He did.
That's not my. I just pulled that out the air. That's not my shot. But Deontay Johnson, we're definitely starting him. You have no choice but to start you had no choice but to start Andy Dalton, because you're probably, if you're in a team league, a 2-quarterback league, you have no choice but to start Andy Dalton this week.
Chuba Hubbard.
Get on that Chuba Hubbard train. Get on that Chuba Hubbard train for a couple more weeks, because when my boy comes on the field, Jonathan Brooks, it is over. Leggett. If you do not have Leggett, go get Leggett. Leggett him. With Adam Thielen on IR, I expect Leggett to keep eating and take that role. I expect him to take that role.
Did you know that Trick Williams was a wide receiver for South Carolina back in the day?
I'm not surprised. A lot of wrestling guys played football.
Matrix something like that.
Yeah, so I'm never some WWE loves to find former football players and make them WWE guys. So I'm not surprised.
To go find linemen that don't make it pro and make them boxers.
Yeah.
That's how Gerald Washington became a boxer. He was a defensive end somewhere, and he wasn't going anywhere with it, so he decided, his size, he could be a half-decent heavyweight. That's about all he is anyway.
What's the next game on the docket?
Next game is Baltimore at Cincinnati. Baltimore by 2.5. 48.5 over under.
I want this to be a good game. I really want this to be a good game. I don't want Burrow to suck like he did last year when he played the Ravens. I want this to be a good game. Your mic is on mute.
Oh, sorry. What was the spread on that game?
2.5. Oh, over under is 48.5. Spread 2.5.
Okay.
I'm taking the over.
I think I took the Bengals to cover the spread.
Oh, I'm taking the over. I really want this to be a good game. I want the Bengals to come back into prominence and really challenge the Ravens, because the Ravens looked unstoppable against the Buffalo Bills. But at the same time, the Buffalo Bills really don't have much talent at wide receiver. So you weren't playing against Jamal Chase. You were not playing against T. Higgins. So
or Andre Izzy. Andre
Izzy. You were not playing against Andre Izzy. You weren't playing against Gesicki and All Jr. You were playing against a Buffalo team that is still kind of trying to find, even though over the first 3 weeks, Buffalo looked like that team. But, you know, they ain't played nobody yet. They finally played somebody and got hit in the mouth, and now you see what you need to work on. So
they're still not picking Izzy up.
They're still not picking Izzy up?
He's still sitting at 13%.
Let him sleep. Let him sleep. Because I got Izzy in my dynasty leagues. So yeah, let him sleep.
Yeah, he definitely ain't on the board in our leagues. Oh wait,
but because the Bengals defense is so trash, start Derrick Henry. I'm expecting Derrick Henry to get off again this year. This game. I'm not expecting an 87-yarder like he did. You know, I'm expecting Derrick Henry to get at least. I
would like for you to elaborate on what part of Cincinnati's defense is trash.
The fact that they're hurt, so they're trash.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trash. They're trash. They're trash because they have players that are hurt. So you can definitely take advantage of them in the air and through the run game. So I'm expecting to see a heavy dose of Derrick Henry this week. So start him.
For my team's sake, I hope so anyway.
Yeah. I'm actually expecting Andrews to have a game. He's going to get some targets. He's
been cut in about 4 or 5 of my 8 or 9 leagues that I'm in.
Yeah, he's going to get targets this game because you already know what you know. Once the noise starts going about a player, the very next game they start getting targets. So I'm expecting Mark Andrews to get at least 7 to 8 targets this game. At least. I seen Lamar Jackson tell a fan on Twitter to STFU when they said that the Ravens need to cut Andrews. I'm expecting Lamar Jackson to go out there and help Andrews to have a game. And also, I said Andrews on the bench this week in one of my dynasty leagues. So I'm also expecting him to go off this week because he's going to be on my bench.
I'm in the mood of picking him up and every league I'm in that cut him. Just so when he goes off this week, I can just
trade him. Use him as trade bait.
Cut Likely, pick him up, and then trade him, and then go pick up Likely again.
What's the next game on the docket?
Miami at New England. Miami by 1.
Oh God! Why do we have to suffer through Miami without Tua, man?
The over is 35.5.
Good God, 35?
Yeah, there's 2 of them this week. It's really depressing.
Did Vegas buying that game? 35.
35.
Look, I have a team, and I was kicking ass because I had A-Chain and I had Tyreek Hill. Well, I have A-Chain and I have Tyreek Hill. I was kicking ass with that team because they were scoring at a high rate when Tua was there. We need Tua back for fantasy football. Because this product that Miami's putting on the field, you know, and it all goes to people saying, "Oh, anybody can run that offense." No, they can't. Obviously, no, they can't. They can't.
If Jimmy Garoppolo can do it, anybody can do it.
Jimmy's actually a decent, at best, quarterback because he gets the ball out quick. That's his one saving grace. He gets the ball out quick. When you're looking at that game on Monday, Huntley's holding the ball, holding the ball, holding the ball, holding the ball. Am I going to run? Am I going to throw it? Am I going to? That's not what that offense is predicated.
But listen, let's be realistic. Huntley's been in that team for 2 weeks. He doesn't know that offense that good yet. But
that
also,
is a good point. But at the same time, that is Huntley's game. That's Huntley's game. Holding on to the ball.
Let's also remember that offensive line. It is hot, and I mean steaming pile of hot garbage.
Yeah,
they can.
Think
lines and
everything.
That too. But at the same time, if you know your offensive line is not that good, why are you holding on to the ball?
And can somebody please make a GIF of McDaniels' face when they're getting spanked? Because he looks like a lost puppy.
He looks just like his rapper counterpart, Logic.
Oh God, it is horrific when he gets when he's losing. He's like,
you know who also McDaniels looks like. Remember the Seinfeld episode when Elaine thought that she was dating a black guy? So when they came out and said that McDaniels is ethnic, I'm like, yeah, all right.
God. Well, wait. I got a crazy question, right? We're talking Seinfeld. What's one of the worst things Elaine has ever done in one of the shows?
One of the worst things?
Yeah, one of the craziest things you've seen in all the seasons of Seinfeld. What is like the number one thing she did that took it over the cake for you?
I know, bro.
I know my favorite episode.
I would definitely have to sit down and think about that. That's not something I could just really answer on the spot because she's done a lot of all four of them have done a lot of deplorable things. So yeah, I would definitely
don't forget Newman. Newman did too.
I don't count Newman. I'm only counting the four, the four main characters. Like, I believe that was like the first show that we've ever seen where all four people were really the bad guys.
They really were.
They really were the bad guys.
Married with Children. They got that off Married with Children because that whole family was just fucking deplorable.
Yeah.
The Bundys were bad. You know why the Bundys were bad? Because they were in a bad situation. Like,
but before I go back to Elaine, think about this. That guys, say what you're saying. I just lost my train of thought for a second. Oh my God, man, Married with Children. Oh no,
that's a Ninjas at the Movie episode.
He played two of the greatest TV dads in history.
Al Bundy?
Yeah. Ed O'Neill. He played Al Bundy, and then he played the dad in Modern Family.
And he also played a coke dealer in Miami Vice.
Oh, he was in he's also in whatchamacallit, Dana Carvey in
Wayne's World, yeah.
He's in Wayne's World. He's the restaurant owner.
Yeah, I remember I was in school watching that, and somebody said he keep the shoes in the back.
Back to Elaine real quick. My favorite Elaine episode is when she's dancing.
No, not that. When she started dancing on the camera for the bootleg movie, and everybody started mocking her dancing as she's walking down the street. Did he go out? Did he go out again? As I heard all that buzzing stop. What's the next game on the docket?
He's muted. I don't know.
Okay.
I muted myself because somebody was coming in the building.
Okay. What's the next game on the docket?
The next game on the docket is Cleveland at Washington. Washington by 3, over under 43.5.
Washington by 3. Washington by 3. I want this to be a good game, but Deshaun Watson is putrid. I hope this is the game where he gets benched and Winston comes in. and it saves everybody fantasy football season.
My
Saves
team is
all
so
the.
hopeful. Ooh, I need that.
We
I
need
believe
that.
you.
We need.
That should happen, but I don't want it to happen for what I'm gonna say in the trade rumors part. But yes, that may happen. That may happen.
I know where you're going with it. I know where you're going with it. But if they get a good deal, they're gonna ship him out. They're gonna get because they got wide receiver talent there. I guess Judy.
Oh,
God, if you have to start, we know what Judy actually had a pretty good game last week. So
You know,
let me
where's
not.
that
Let
GIF
me
when you
not.
need it? Where's that GIF when you need it, brother? That's
Because that's how you feel when you hear the name Jerry Judy. You coming out of college, we expected Jerry Judy to be one of them's, and he just not. It's like he's lazy out there. He's lazy out there.
I get the heebie-jeebies every time I even see his name. It's just like, ugh.
You know, I got upset draft night when we did not when the 49ers did not draft Jerry Judy. I'm like, who the hell is this Brandon Ayuk guy? Why Kyle Shanahan should have got Jerry Judy? He's a route runner. Why didn't we get Jerry Judy? Now I know why we didn't get Jerry Judy. I think that was when I shut up and said, you know what? Kyle Shanahan knows football. Let me shut up.
He may not have been a talented receiver, but he knows how to pick receivers though.
Yeah. That happens a lot. People who were not as talented at what they're good at picking out.
Hey, final boss, don't get mad when I say this, but your coach is good at picking security guards. That's it.
No, he was there. He was there when Andy Reid was there.
I know
he's been
he
there forever. Big Don been there forever.
It's just the craziness how those two are just so close right now.
because they're in the mafia together. Think
Big
about
Don
it.
probably does know some people who know some things.
Right. And think Sirianni, that's an Italian name. Yeah, they're in a mob together. Don't play with them boys. They're in a mob together. You're gonna see them pop up on an episode of The Penguin.
I haven't even started watching that yet.
Hey, I hear nothing but good things about The Penguin.
Great show.
I hear nothing but good things about The Penguin. I normally don't watch a show until the season finale has happened because I like to binge. I hate waiting a week. Oh, I gotta wait another week to see. I hate that. I gotta binge.
I need 2 more episodes to finish Only Murders in the Building season 4 or 3, whatever season it is. And I'm upset. I have to wait for those episodes. But
so of course you're starting Jaden Daniels. Of course you're starting Jaden Daniels.
Scary Terry.
Yes.
Eckler.
Yes.
Back.
Yes.
Eckler.
Yeah.
Eckler?
I was hoping that McNichols would get a little more. You know what? McNichols might get some run because then I hear that Thomas is hurt.
What Thomas?
Brian Thomas. Then I see somewhere that he's hurt.
Brian Robinson.
Yeah, Brian Robinson. I seen somewhere that he's hurt.
I didn't hear that, but it's possible. And I live in the area, so I would know. If Robinson's hurt, then yes, McNichols. If Robinson's not hurt, then I'm going Robinson and Eckler.
Yep, Brian Robinson out with a knee injury.
So then, Eckler.
You know what? Hold up. No. Commanders running back Brian Robinson good to go on Sunday despite knee injury.
Okay. So then Robinson.
I know I seen somewhere that he had an injury.
So it's Robinson and Eckler. And if you're in a deep, like 20 team, 15 team, 16 team, whatever the crazy leagues, then you go McNichols if you're desperate. But no, Robinson and Eckler. Then on the other side, Cleveland, Ford, because it's a bye week, you have to go forward.
You got no choice but to start Cooper and hope that he has another game.
And he don't drop another 10 passes.
You had no if you already got Watson on your team, you have no choice but to start him this week.
And Jerry Judy, because Njoku's not back yet, is he?
No, they say he's close to coming back.
Okay, so then I said that game is done. There's nothing else to even speak about in that game.
What's the next game?
Possibly the Washington defense, possibly.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's the next game on the docket?
Indy at Jacksonville.
Good
Tickets
God.
as low as $21.
Um,
I'm
is it
I'm
Flacco starting this week?
Who?
yes. He may be-
Yes,
he
Flacco
may
is starting
be
this week. Fire up Michael
starting.
Pittman, baby. Fire up Michael Pittman.
And bring
Fire
me
up,
back to vomit
fire
after
up
that.
Downs.
And bring me
Fire
back
up
to
Josh
vomit
Downs
after
too.
that anyway, because Trey Sermon's starting.
Trey Sermon had started a game last year. He had 17 carries, had 88 yards.
Well, that's
Trey Sermon
solid.
is a good start this week.
Mm.
He's
Just
a good
this
start this week.
Because the Jaguars
Just
are
this week.
puking.
Just this week. Yeah,
Jaguars,
he should be able to get off on the Jaguars.
the
Matter of
Jaguars
fact, I think that was the Jaguars game he had that on. Hold up. Let me go look that up. I think he had that on the Jaguars last year.
as I vomit in my mouth, I say start to end. If you have to, only if you have to, in 2 quarterback leagues, you're starting Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence.
Mm.
You better start Brian Thomas, because if you don't, just slap yourself silly.
Yeah.
You know, I find it
Kirk.
funny that people say that
Captain
people put Sunshine over Brock Purdy. I find that so hilarious.
I don't know why.
People
I
are
find
going to
it-
take the hell out of Lawrence.
Yeah, they
And
really did. They really did. Because it's big hair, big arm. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And if you have to, start Captain Kirk.
Yeah, start him.
Yeah.
Jacksonville is ironically a 3-point favorite in this somehow.
I think that's because of the Taylor injury.
Mm.
Not with Big Joe Flacco on the Sunday, they not.
I'm
So
going.
anybody who's out there,
What's the over under in this game?
45.5.
Well, that should have been a 35.
No, I think it's gonna be some offense in this game.
Wait a minute.
I think it's gonna. I think
Is this guy still hurt for the defense? Not Solomon. What the hell's his name? DeForest Buckner still hurt?
Mm.
I'm not 100% sure.
He was hurt for the last 2 weeks, I believe. So
My boy Defo. Let's see, DeForest Buckner. This is hilarious. I type in DeForest Buckner on Google, and this is what I get.
what the heck?
That is not DeForest Buckner.
What's wrong with this world?
The disrespect.
All right, Boulevard. While he's doing that, what's the next game? Because I don't. If I even think about Jacksonville one more time, outside of the city and stadium, they make me want to vomit.
Right.
You gonna
up
Chuck?
I'm gonna say his name. Say their name one more time. Never mind. I won't. I'll be nice. Take the Florida team. Take Indianapolis to beat the Florida team, and take the under. All right. Next game.
It might actually be a blowout, so we don't know.
True. Next game is my air horn sound game of the week.
Don DeMarco.
Buffalo is going to Houston.
Ooh.
Houston is a 1-point favorite. Over under is 47.5.
So we're definitely. Let's start with Buffalo. Cook, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Coleman.
Josh Allen, of course.
Well, I was going to leave Allen for last. Coleman.
I'm not ready to start Coleman yet.
I don't know.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
On the size of the league, depending on the size of the league you're in, Coleman, yes.
Depending on the size of your league and how hard the bye week hits you.
Yeah.
If I don't have to start Coleman, I'm not starting Coleman.
If you're not starting Coleman, Kincaid is always going to be a start every week.
Yes.
Kincaid's their number 2 anyway. It goes Cook, Kincaid, because Shakir's hurt right now. So Shakir would be their number 2. Well, Shakir hurt. Kincaid is now their number 2, and then Coleman's their 3. So Coleman might have to start because there's no Shakir. And that's it for Buffalo.
Okay. Houston.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just say everybody.
Everybody except Cam Akers.
Yeah.
I'm starting. No, you know what I'm doing? I'm starting Dare Agumbawale in one league.
How deep is that league?
No, I have one running back hurt and one running back on bye, so I was like, might as well start Agumbawale.
Isn't that in the Dynasty League that you did that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Yeah. We deep that. That's a deep league right there. That is a deep league.
But I had to because Jalen Warren's out again, per usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pittsburgh needs to trade for a running back.
Pittsburgh needs Jesus on the offensive side.
Maybe they make a call to Jacksonville for a running back.
Young Christ the Jesus.
You know who I wonder? What I wonder, who's gonna get his brother next year? That's gonna be good.
Ooh.
Yeah. I can't wait until we start getting into the college, the draft, and who's going where. That's going to be interesting. Those shows are going to be interesting. Like draft shows are always some of the most interesting ones because the speculation, the anticipation of who's going to be your league winner next year. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of shots called. It's going to be a lot of shots called.
I have a boy who's a Baltimore Ravens fan. And per usual, most Baltimore Ravens fans are delusional in their theories of football. And his biggest theory, real quick, not to go on a huge tangent, is that he doesn't believe that Shedeur Stevenson is a legit number one quarterback next year coming out of college.
Why wouldn't he be? I had doubts. I had doubts in Shakur last year because I didn't see it in the big games they played. But Shakur he already has experience working behind a trash ass O-line. So going into the league, you're probably gonna get drafted to a team that has a trash ass O-line.
Well,
but
we'll get back to that in a second. We'll get back to that.
He'll have more weapons. He'll have more pro weapons where he goes. So I feel like he could be just as good or better than Caleb Williams.
My opinion to people is whenever you have a delusional thought in your mind that he's not a good quarterback, please go watch the USC game last year where he stayed toe-to-toe with the so-called Heisman Trophy winner. And he was number 4 or 5 on that list of Heisman candidates going into that game too. And he went for 4 touchdowns.
But Raven fans think that Lamar Jackson is better than Pat Mahomes. So,
and my other thing is Shedeur is probably the most accurate quarterback in college football.
I'd say he's made
Cleveland.
He's made a lot of impressive throws this year.
Lastly, when it comes to him, his father already said it. His father's is gonna treat the NFL like Archie Manning treated the NFL. My son's not playing for no team that I don't approve. Same thing goes to Travis Hunter. The problem with Travis Hunter is if anybody wants him, that's the competitor like the Niners, the Eagles, the Cowboys, you better be trading up. And you're going to trade up a lot. You're going to be giving up Trey Lance kind of package to go get a Travis Hunter.
I don't think I've been doing that for a Travis Hunter.
Somebody will.
I know Eagles got a quarterback, but I don't think Deion would fuss if the Eagles picked up Shedeur or Hunter.
Not probably, no.
Eagles are solidly run organization.
They're not on his list, but I'm not going to disagree with you. They'll probably be happy. He'll probably take it.
Yeah, because he wants his son. He wants his son to go somewhere where he can immediately succeed.
Exactly.
I ain't mad at that.
Right.
If you can pull it off, I ain't mad at it.
Because right now, Travis Hunter,
shoot your shot.
Travis Hunter is the number 1 player in college football, and he better be the number 1 player on the Heisman candidate list when it first drops. Because that boy is putting on a show.
Yeah, he's must-see TV. I love Travis Hunter.
But I'll reel us back because I had to say that because people are just weird when it comes to Dion's players. Even some guy to my left when it comes to Travis not going to his favorite school. But I digress. What's the next game?
Oh,
The next
my
game
bad.
is Shut Your Stupid Face, Flanders.
Well, it's not that. It's this game also has a spread of 35.5.
Oh,
It's Vegas at Denver. Who
God.
the Bears championship?
The under. I'm smashing the under on that game. The under.
Tell me, what's the weather like in that game? Where they playing at?
Denver. So windy. I don't know. Cold.
I'm putting that under in the coffin that the Undertaker put Yokozuna in, the double wide, double deep coffin. That's what I'm putting that under in. I am not. Look,
I'm gonna say over for one reason. I think Denver blows them out because they ain't got no Devontae Adams. They're missing their other DN opposite Max Crosby. And I think Denver
was speaking an injury.
I think Trey Tucker goes off this game.
He may, and I think but I think Denver's defense is just going to be too much for Vegas's offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zamir White is hurt. Is he hurt?
Yeah, he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He's hurt.
So the game is all going to fall on Madison.
He's hurt.
Yeah. So
he's hurt.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll say over. I think Denver wins like 35-18, some weird number like that.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. So
I
who's starting?
I have nothing else to
say.
I have nothing else to say about that game.
Is there a starter in this game?
Trey Tucker. Madison, you may be able to start Madison.
Mayor.
As far as Denver goes,
you mean
you make a start Brock Bauer, but they got to get the ball to Brock Bauer. God damn, he's one of the best players on your offense. Get him the ball.
Well, with Adams hurt, he is the best player on their offense.
Yeah. Hurt.
Yeah, quote unquote.
Yeah. Like, isn't your hamstring hurt this week? No, it's not. No, it's hurt. It's hurt. We don't want you going out there. We don't want you going out there getting real hurt. So you're going to fake hurt.
Go home. Just go home.
This game feels like that doubleheader on Monday between the Braves and the Mets. Just feels weird.
Yeah, it does. What time is that game?
Freaking 1 o'clock game, I think.
That should be the 9 o'clock game. That should be the game they play at 9 o'clock. That should be the game they play at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we can sleep through that. Like, you know what?
Yes. Why put interesting games on? Well, they didn't.
It's football in the morning. What game is it? Denver versus the Raiders. Nah, I'm good. I'm sleeping in. I'm sleeping in. I'm sleeping in. Yeah, you know what? Next game.
Game a damn dud.
This is gonna be trash. Next game.
Arizona is coming to y'all area to take on the 49ers. 49ers by 7, over under 48.5. I feel like this is like the third time this season they've been a 7-point favorite or more. Could be more.
Depending on what 49er defense shows up, I'm going to say bang the over. Because if the 49ers defense shows up that showed up last week, we're going to harass Kyler Murray all day. And it's going to be a lot more of what he's been playing the last couple of weeks. But if the 49ers defense shows up that played against the Rams, then it's going to be a close game. I don't want it to be a close game. I don't give a damn that I got a lot of Kyler Murray in fantasy. I got a lot of Kyler Murray. I got a lot of Marvin Harrison. I don't care that I got a lot of Kyler Murray and a lot of Marvin Harrison. I want the 49ers to be up by a lot. This is what I want every week. When the 49ers are playing against a team that has players that I got playing against, I want the 49ers to be up by a lot of points by the fourth quarter so that these guys can score some garbage time points that really don't mean shit, but it helps my fantasy week. That's a perfect week for me. That's a perfect week for me. But if I can only pick one, I'm picking the 49ers kicking ass. If I can only pick one. But I got a feeling like this is going to be a close game. So you want to start everybody.
Like I said, I pick my Niners to cover every week. That's just my downfall. I think we win by 2 touchdowns, but not like he wants.
No, you know what? GI16, I banned you from talking about the 49ers on air.
Shut your mouth.
I banned you. The last 2 times you did it, we lost. I banned you from talking about the 49ers on air.
I said we'll win, but it's not going to be a blowout the whole game. We'll probably end up winning by 2 touchdowns by the end of the game. Like in the fourth quarter, we'll take the lead to win the game out. I say, real quick, somebody in my league that I'm the commissioner decided to cut Trey McBride. I stashed him up immediately because that's
you lucky I see that. You lucky I see that. This is the problem when you're in 10 leags. When you're in 10 plus leagues, this is the problem. You can't have eyes everywhere.
No, this is what I'm gonna teach you, Boulevard, because he still hasn't learned the supposed veteran he is. What's the best part about working the overnight shift?
Everybody else sleep.
Everybody else.
I'm never sleep.
And everything happens overnight. So phone.
I'm never sleep. I'm never sleep.
First dibs on every move.
I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that. I never sleep. It's just that I can't be everywhere. I got too many leagues I'm in. I got way too many leagues I'm in.
How many are for money?
I want to say at least 7 of them are for money.
Those are the ones you should pay attention to the most. Then.
And I do, but it's 7 leagues. It's 7 leagues. I can't catch everything, but I do catch the good shit. I can't catch everything. But start everybody in this game, because if this turns into a high scoring affair, you're gonna want parts of that game.
I say Connor, McBride,
everybody,
and Max, Michael Wilson for the Cardinals.
Michael Wilson.
At Max. I'm not saying you have to. It's gonna be him or Deutsch. One of those two is gonna get something.
I tell you what, if you got him in our Avengers League, obviously start him. Put him at the last starter spot out of the 13 starting spots we got. Put him in the last starting spot. That 5 or 6 points he gets every week will be conducive.
Connor, yes. Harrison, yes. Kyler, yes. Trey McBride, yes. Then the other 2 are the spot starts because of bye weeks, depending on the necessity you have in Wilson and Deutsch. San Francisco, start everybody, even Kittle, because God knows now this is the year that. But we have call your shot coming up soon, right? So I'm gonna just call my shot now. I have BA with 7 for $110 and 2 TDs.
Good luck with that. I don't call shots on 49er players because it never pans out.
He's due, so I'm going to Arizona.
Yeah, he's due. He's definitely due, but I don't do it. The one thing about me,
I'm not disagree with you. I typically don't either. But you know what? Maybe by me saying it and putting it out in the air, that schmuck might actually have a great game and benefit me in all my leagues.
Or by you saying it, it's Debo that has the game.
He already had the game. Debo had that.
I'm crazy like that.
All right, so what's the next game on the docket?
This is called a trap game. Green Bay at Los Angeles Rams. Green Bay's a 3-point favorite, over under 48.5. This is a trap game.
I don't think
my
this is
boy
a trap
got suspended in this game for speaking his mind.
Who? Your boy? Your boy? Your boy? No, no, it's not for speaking his mind. He's suspended for not showing up to practice.
Yeah,
because he spoke his mind the day before.
You can speak your mind, but you're contractually obligated to show up to practice unless you're injured. You're injured. He's not injured. His feelings are just hurt.
He said, "I don't want to go to work. They being mean to me."
You know what? You know what? You know what? Romeo Dobbs could possibly be somebody on this next subject. You're not happy there? Hey, I'm pretty sure you could be happy in KC.
Can we trade him for Ronnie Bell?
No,
I'll take him and trade Ronnie Bell.
I don't think Green Bay would want Ronnie Bell.
Please
I don't think.
Please don't say Dobbs.
Shout out to my boy Dion for calling him Ronnie Garvin, aka Hands of Stone.
Exactly. my man worse than
Rugged Ronnie Bell.
What was the name of the receiver from that Keanu Reeves movie?
What Keanu Reeves movie?
The Replacements.
The Replacements.
Oh yeah.
He's Orlando Jones, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He's every guy that was in a football movie around that time. Because remember, there was Necessary Roughness. They had the black guy that couldn't catch shit. He was fast as hell but couldn't catch
Little
shit.
Giants.
And then Little Giants. Yes, I was about to go there next.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Ronnie Bell needs to go out there and start practicing catching toilet paper. Maybe that's what he need to do.
Get some sticky glue.
Says he's literally the shits. He need to go out there and practice catching toilet paper.
You better do something.
Do something, because you're this close. This close. Since you can't catch a pass, you're this close to catching these hands.
Can we not have Romeo Dobbs end up in freaking KC though? I would hate that. I really would.
Also, I would hate that too. But for fantasy football, because a lot of people drop Romeo Dobbs for fantasy football.
It'd be great.
I think Dobbs should be in jail.
You say he should be in jail?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Fantasy jail?
Yes, fantasy
jail. Bum jail? Yes. He should be in bum jail?
Not life jail. Yeah, bum jail. Not life jail. He didn't do shit.
Remind me next episode. Remind me next episode. He's going in bum jail.
Can your AKA bum jail be the gulag?
No, it can't be, because people can actually come back from this.
Let that man break some rocks for a couple of weeks.
Put him in the gulag. Jesus. All right, so Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks.
Man, yeah, I was about to ask about Wicks.
Love.
So hold on, we said we putting Ronnie Bell in bum jail?
No. Ronnie Bell belongs with below Kyle Pitts. He's in the solitary confinement.
You say he don't belong in there with Kyle Pitts?
He's below Kyle Pitts, I said. He's a solitary.
But you know what?
That man on a Green Mile.
Maybe Ronnie Bell would be a lot better if he wasn't wearing number 10. There's a lot of bad luck that goes with the number 10 in San Francisco. Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo wore number 10. Kyle Williams wore number 10. Now Ronnie Bell, you're adding to the number 10. Like, no.
Who wore 10 before Kyle Williams? That's a good question. It was probably one of the quarterbacks, like Tim Rattay or somebody like that.
Oh God.
Tim Rattay was actually pretty decent. He was a good number 2.
He was better than that quarterback that Mariucci drafted over Brady, Carmazzi.
Oh my.
Don't give me- don't-
Giovanni, come on.
We look. We picked two run quarterbacks in that draft. Both of them were over Brady. Don't remind me.
Well, everybody picked over Brady. They don't stop telling us about that shit.
Brady, and you pick Giovanni Carmazzi. Carmazzi, really?
Maybe they like the name.
Guido drafted a Guido, and look what happened to us.
All right, what's the next game on the docket?
Damn, Mama Luke's.
Giants at Seahawks. Seahawks by 7 over under 42.5.
No Malik Neighbors, and no Devin Singletary. Wait, no, is Singletary hurt?
Damn.
Last I saw, he had a D, so yeah, he ain't playing.
Yeah, so Singletary.
I'm so mad that Malik Neighbors is not playing this game. This is going to be an ass whooping. This is going to be an ass whooping.
If you're extremely desperate, Daniel Jones. And then common sense tells you Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to at running back. And then, of course, with no Neighbors, that means their best receiver is Wan'Dale Robinson. So he's going to get about 85 attempts.
Yeah, he's going to be about
20.
They're going to give him about 25 targets.
25. He'll probably get about 40 targets and get about 20.
So you hear that? You hear that? Fire up Wan'Dale Robinson.
Extreme fire up Wan'Dale Robinson. God, the Giants.
Seahawks.
Seattle defense. Seattle defense.
Yeah.
Seattle defense.
Seahawks, you're starting everybody, including the Seattle defense.
Yeah. Except Lockett. I wouldn't start Lockett. I would have put Lockett near line.
This may be the game you can start Lockett.
You may not need to, because they may run the ball all day between 1 and 2, and then throw the ball to freaking DK and JSN, and then Lockett may get a couple catches here and there.
We know DK is a must start, like automatic.
Easily a must start. Yeah. And Walker.
And maybe Geno even. You know, people still sleeping on him. I don't get it. Still missing the ball on Geno. I don't understand.
Because people are stupid.
Yeah. People are extremely stupid.
Like I can show you a couple of leagues that I'm in. Geno's still on the bench. Goff is still on the bench. Stafford's on the bench.
It's gone up 3% since last episode to 63%. Well, the last episode,
you can actually start Geno Smith in a 1 quarterback league.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In a 1 quarterback league, you can actually start Geno Smith. I don't know what people are doing with their lives.
He is the number 3 player in fantasy on Yahoo right now.
Yes. better than Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Real quick, since we're talking dynasty and all that stuff, is the guy in our dynasty league, is he even alive?
Which one?
The 0-4 one. Dame something.
You said Dame?
I think that's the name of the last place person.
No, Dame is in first place.
Then who's the guy in our last place?
You talking about my boy Dwayne.
Is he even alive?
Obviously, he's setting his team every week.
He does? I can't tell.
He does.
He hasn't won a game in almost 2 years right now. So
actually,
there's somebody out there worse than my dynasty team. Shit.
He won a game last year. I think he beat you.
No, he didn't.
He won a game last year.
And it just happened to be against you.
He didn't beat me last year.
I call him bye week Wayne. Because that's what he is. He's a bye week. I tell him about his. He actually has a pretty good start to a team. Like he has some pretty decent players.
He has one of the best teams. He has one of the best teams I've ever seen in a dynasty, and can't win a fucking game. It's insane.
Like if he could get a trade for a quarterback, if he can get a trade for a quarterback and played his team like he's supposed to play his team, he'd be dead.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Dutch Master. And no, Sprinkle Me Nice is in first place by himself.
Yeah, go figure. How the fuck did that happen?
I'm gonna teach you his I'm gonna tell you his roster right now. He has Caleb Williams, Bijan Robinson, Breece Hall, Rashee Rice, Jalen Polk, Trey McBride, Marshawn Lloyd, Quentin Johnston, Eric Ebron he needs to cut, Jared Cook he needs to cut, Randall Cobb he needs to cut. He has Mr. Mayonnaise. He has Mr. Mayonnaise himself, Phil Levis. He has Ryan Tannehill, Joe Flacco, Andy Dalton. He can start Flacco and Dalton and win this week.
Yeah.
Or no, leave Caleb and then start one of the others at the bottom. He has Giovanni Bernard he needs to cut, Dalvin Cook he needs to cut, Cam Akers, Robert Woods, Nelson Aguilar, Corey Davis he needs to cut, Juju he could start, Van Jefferson he has there, Alec Pierce, and he needs to get rid of Kyle Rudolph. That dude has a squad. It's just not properly moved around players because either they're hurt or don't even exist in the league anymore.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's in last every year. Every year he's in last.
Should I start Jennings this week?
You probably can.
Right.
You probably can. You got Jennings?
Yeah, apparently I had Jennings and Wan'Dale Robinson sitting on my bench on the 4-0 team.
You're Sprinkle Me Nice?
Yeah.
You jackass.
Don't start Jennings. Don't start Jennings this week.
Oh, Trey Turner.
Stay away from Jennings this week.
Oh,
jackass.
shit.
Sprinkle Me Nice. First place. Don't even know what the hell he's doing.
All right, my team been asked for like 3 years in that league. I don't know what's going on.
What's crazy is that Dame is 900 points scoring, and you only got 683, and you're undefeated.
All about the matchups, I guess.
James,
it'll even out. I'll be at the bottom by the end.
What's the next game on the docket?
I can't believe you barely beat me last week, James.
I believe it.
Next game on the. Okay, it's Dallas at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh 2.5 over under 43.5.
All right, we'll start with Dallas. Of course, you're starting CD and Trey. I mean, Trey, CD and Dak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it on offense. No, and the tight end. Sorry, Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
Cooks is gone, so if you're desperate, Jalen Tolbert.
I've been telling y'all, it's Tolbert.
Sleeper. And that's really it on offense. Their defense, don't even look at them. They're putrid. They're done. Put a fork in them.
But you could probably start them this week.
No.
Yeah, you probably could. They're playing Pittsburgh.
Nope.
Their putrid defense against that putrid offense. I'm taking the putrid defense this week.
I'm going to putrid offense.
We'll see.
Najee Harris will get you about 2 yards of carry.
Najee Harris is going to get you. He's going to get you 1.7 yards per carry this week.
No, he's going to go from 1.5 to 2.3 yards a carry. Their third stringer is probably going to break open the game for them. And George Pickens, who's number two behind him?
The number two behind Pickens is Freiermuth.
At receiver, I'm talking about, not in the order of relevance.
Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
And who's behind him?
He'll say man.
I was gonna say something too, but I need to know who's behind Calvin Austin too.
Oh, breaking news! The fantasy football police have apprehended Ronnie Bell.
Oh,
where he belongs.
And Van Jefferson.
You should have put solitary confinement goals on him.
Justice has been served.
It should have been the solitary confinement door. You know how that door is all metal and just locks with the little door slot. Damn, Pittsburgh. You start
Ben
frying.
Jefferson, Scotty Miller, Roman Wilson, Brandon Johnson. That's everybody probably behind
You know what?
Austin.
That receiving core might actually do good against Dallas because Pickens might get shut out by Diggs. So it could be a fire move game. It could be a Calvin Austin. Shoot, Scotty Miller because he plays the slot.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the one you said that's there? Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson might eat up that rookie on the opposite side of the team. I can see that. I can see Van Jefferson eating up that rookie all game.
There you go. It's all about the matchup.
I think it's going to be over. Take the over and take Pittsburgh to cover.
Okay.
What's the next game on the docket?
The final game of the week, the Monday Nighter, it's New Orleans versus Kansas City.
Hold up. So what was the Sunday night game?
Dallas and Pittsburgh.
The Sunday night game was Dallas and Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yeah. I'm mad they doing that to us. Why is that a Sunday night game?
Is Mahomes a starter?
Yes. You're starting Mahomes and his one
You got no choice. You got no choice. Yes, yeah, you have to at this stage of the game.
Your team might get banned from fantasy football for life if you bench the Golden Boy.
Swifty's gonna show up at your doorstep with bricks.
Robert
Excuse me, I need to speak to a manager.
Knock at your door if you bench Mahomes in fantasy.
Right.
He'll send out Big Dom and the crew. Arrest them all.
Oh yeah.
So you start. I'm saying start Worthy this week.
Start
Mahomes,
Worthy.
Kelsey.
Start Kelsey. Kelsey is actually a startable. He's startable now because there's no Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice was Kelsey's kryptonite.
Exactly.
Start Kelsey.
Well, no. His first kryptonite is his girlfriend because their sex must be horrible.
Painful.
But, painful too because she ain't had no body.
Yeah, just smacking bone.
That's just bone on bone. But other than that, if you come after me, Swifties, come after me, not the show. Hunt, yes, Hunt.
Yes.
Sorry,
Hunt. Definitely start Hunt.
If you're desperate, if you're only desperate, and I say this because you better be desperate to do this, go Juju. Exactly.
Desperate.
Go back to now.
But you know what though? But you know what though? Juju was actually pretty nice. I mean, not nice, but he was
pretty decent.
Sufficient. He was pretty decent. He's pretty decent. Juju will be, if you don't have Juju in your leagues, if you're in a deeper league, Juju may actually be a good start going forward, considering if they don't trade for a wide receiver.
Then for the Saints, you start Kamara, Derek Carr, Olave.
Shaheed.
No, Shaheed is a. I love Shaheed, but he's like a boomer bust, like a true boomer bust every week. Like he's the walking epitome of a boomer bust.
Yeah, well, not really. He's only had really one bad game.
No,
and it wasn't. It wasn't for. If it wasn't for him dropping 2 touchdowns that game, we wouldn't be saying this. So he's really only had one bad game. Last week he had 8 catches for 80-something yards. He didn't get a touchdown, but 16 points is still a good stat. I don't think I'm starting Shaheed this week because
35, 0, 20. Those have been his points this season.
yeah, I don't think I want to start him this week because Kansas City's defense is so good. And they're good. They're good at stopping the pass as well.
Is it with Shaheed? It's whether or not he can get a big playoff because that's what he's there for, to gain huge yards, not to gain a bunch of small receptions.
Right.
I heard you say Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson was better because he was actually a route runner. You know, give Jackson knew how to do 2 or 3 routes, get open, catch it, and he's gone. Shaheed is just run on the field. Literally, just run on the field. Do you start the defenses in this game? I'm benching my KC defense this week. I don't trust them. I really don't. But the only reason why I say Shaheed may eat this week, no Taysom Hill.
Right.
Yeah.
Which then brings to the can there be a sleeper in this game? And we can talk about that later.
Okay. I'm
On to the
intrigued.
next topic.
And that's the last game of the week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a decent game. Hopefully it's a decent game. Because that hopefully it lives up to what the Seattle and Detroit game did last week. Because that Miami Tennessee game, that was terrible.
I don't blame the NFL for that. I blame Miami for that one.
You said you blame Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, I blame Miami for not being properly prepared for the season. If you know that your quarterback has a history of injuries / concussions, then you do what you need to do to get a good number 2 behind that person. We know that Skylar's not it. We know that Skylar's not it.
Can I get about a minute to ramble real quick? Who's still sitting in free agency? Who's still sitting in free agency right now?
We say who's what?
Who's at quarterback still sitting in free agency? Just play along with me real quick. Look at the free agency list. There's a name that sticks out like a sore thumb. That's just sitting there at home, not doing a damn thing. That can probably run this offense very well. And I think it's veteran minimum.
Who you got?
Ryan Tannehill. Former Miami Dolphin. Former Tennessee Titan. Sitting at home doing nothing. Yet, you have the audacity to have Kelsey's doppelganger play quarterback for you. Boulevard, don't choke on that on your food. I saw that.
I'm eating off grammar.
But seriously, like, come on. Like, I want to rant beyond control about it, but it's sad. It truly is sad. Your coach is out there looking like, where's Waldo through half the game, and you have a quarterback that has a great release when he plays, in Ryan Tannehill.
I tell you what, Ryan Tannehill would be way better than what they got.
He has a very high IQ of football, and it would allow Huntley, your third stringer, because that's technically what he is, to learn the offense so he can actually be better on your team for you. Because apparently the Baltimore Ravens don't appreciate Tyrone Snoop Huntley and stayed with Josh Johnson, that sorry sack of shit that betrayed us against Philadelphia 3 years ago. But still have a dead in the NFL.
Yeah, I must concur. You really do have a point there. I would rather, if I was coaching, I would rather have Ryan Tannehill on my team versus what they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up that starts and sits section. Go ahead.
He's a better quarterback than half the second string of most teams.
Yeah.
Think about that.
No argument from me.
GI 16 banging the table for Ryan Tannehill. Never thought I'd say those words together in a sentence.
Trust me, you're not the only.
That was the starts and sits sessions right there. Hopefully you guys took something from it and you know who you're starting tomorrow versus who you are benching. And now we're going to get into our next topic. And we are back with the trade rumors. We're gonna get into who's on the market, where they could possibly go, and where we want them to go for fantasy football purposes. But before we go there, it seems as if Ronnie Bell has a new bum jail cellmate. Let's go live on set.
Yeah.
That's going to be a copyright strike. That's going to be a copyright strike.
Oh, absolutely. He ain't going to win any money. He going to win.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
He going to want that shit in baby oil.
He really can't. He really going to be able to catch passes now.
Get that Johnson ready.
All right. So first on the docket, the one player that has actually requested a trade and his team is actively trying to trade him, Davante Adams.
That's a lie. He's not the first player.
Well, he's not. Well, he's the first of the dominoes to fall that matters.
Okay, because there's an actual player that's demanded a trade and he's being told to just sit at home and do nothing. Let's get that correct.
Who?
Hassan Reddick.
I'm talking about for fantasy football that matters. Nobody is starting no damn Hassan Reddick.
IDP leagues. No, go ahead. I'm just messing with you.
I know Boulevard is happy this has turned out the way it turned out.
Right.
And he got Bryce Huff in the trade. Lucky bastard.
Yeah, like he's been useless.
Yeah.
I had to put up a milk carton. Have you see me ad up on the page? He missing in action. Or might be a POW or some shit. You see him out there, but he just ain't the same. PTSD or some shit.
You know what it is? He played for the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like
what
I said,
that's
PTSD.
That's what that does to you. But Davante Adams, where do we want him to go?
Buffalo.
I haven't seen anything that says Buffalo has gotten in contact with him, but that's a great spot. And you know what else is another great spot? The team that we just got finished talking about, the Jets. Honestly, Davante Adams on the Jets would probably unlock Garrett Wilson.
Probably.
Yeah, it would probably unlock Garrett because Garrett Wilson would not be.
Just remove the word probably.
Because he would not see the number one cornerback anymore.
Mm-mm.
So even though Adams is going to get his targets, he's going to get his targets. And Adams has played in this system before. I think you could actually start Adams and Garrett Wilson. And for that matter, you could start Aaron Rodgers comfortably at that point.
Yeah.
At that point.
So we all know, let's be realistic. We all know is between the Saints and the Jets.
Why are the Saints there? Why are the Saints there?
Derek Carr. Look. Which loser franchise will get him first?
I hate that. Nah, keep working with what you got. Olave and Shaheed. We don't need Adams coming over to the Saints and taking targets away from Shaheed.
But it's not what you like. Simply
I know it's not about what I like. I'm talking about for fantasy purposes.
We understand that too, but still, it's not up to
See,
us. It's up to him and his quarterback choice, and he wants the 2 quarterbacks he's in love with.
Yeah, but he also put up a picture of Edgar Allan Poe on his Instagram the other night.
Please, no. He'll never see the ball. Let's be realistic. He comes to Baltimore, he'll never see the ball.
Hey, GI, it's not what you like.
I'm not saying he. I'm not saying he. He ain't gonna like it.
I don't think he would care as long as he's winning. I think he's prioritizing. If he goes to the Ravens, he's clearly prioritizing winning over stats, because you're not getting stats. You're not getting those stats. No, I don't feel like Lamar Jackson can sustain a number 1 guy like Davante Adams. I don't feel like he can, because it's too much. It's too much going on. You got to give Derrick Henry the ball. Lamar's going to get his rushes. So yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And I tell you who I really want him to stay away from. I want him to stay the hell away from Pittsburgh.
But that's where he may go.
Stay away from Pittsburgh. It's nothing for you. It's nothing for you in Pittsburgh. You're not going to win. You're not going to win in Pittsburgh either. You're not going to win in Pittsburgh.
The report just came out today. They're willing to do whatever it takes to get him.
They said the same thing about Ayuk.
No, not really.
At the end of the day, oh, I also saw the Commanders are on that list.
I'd take that. Even though he'd be a pain for us.
For fantasy football purposes, I wouldn't mind that, because Jaden Daniels is nice.
As a
Jaden Daniels is nice. But as a 49er fan, I don't want to have to deal with that. You got to deal with Jaden Daniels running like Lamar Jackson and throwing accurate passes. I can't deal with that. I don't want to deal with that.
Which he actually is better than Lamar Jackson at doing, accurately passing the ball.
I said that in the last episode. I stand on that, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
I feel like,
because you do live in that city. So
yeah, saying anything bad about Lamar here is like trying to run up on Tron, in the zone. Like, nah, you can't. They will pitchfork your ass. You don't like Lamar Jackson?
Listen, I told my friend this yesterday. I love Lamar Jackson. I've been watching Lamar since college. I was big at watching Louisville football when he was on, but the kid ain't accurate. He's just not.
I'm not going to say he's not accurate. I'm going to say he's not consistently accurate, because there are games where he is accurate, and then there are games when he needs to be accurate and he's not.
Game 1 of this year.
Yeah, but that's Kansas City. Kansas City always has a game plan for any and everybody.
They lost by
It don't matter. It don't matter who Kansas City plays. They just always seem to find a way to win.
If only Isaiah Likely was a size 12 and not a 14.
True. So, look, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as KD. When KD foot was on the line when he made that shot. It's the same thing. Same thing.
Look, you know what this is?
The world's smallest violin for Baltimore.
There you go.
So the next person on the list, Boulevard.
We're going from the list. Okay, because remember we had our own choices too. Right.
Yeah, we did.
I got my choice. Amari Cooper to the Chargers. I want that.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that
immediately.
I like that.
I honestly wouldn't mind Davante Adams to the Chargers.
I would love that, but it ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen, but I wouldn't mind that. Like, for Justin Herbert, he needs a weapon, bro. They're not gonna go far with the way they play offense. I seen some Chargers fans.
He ain't that good though.
I seen some Chargers fans on Reddit calling for Greg Roman's head already. I said, damn, after 4 games? I said, after 4
They're
games?
talking about firing McDaniels. The fans.
You-
Talking about firing McDaniels down in Miami.
Like, y'all tired of him already? But you know what? Though? I seen some 49er fans after we lost to Minnesota talking about we need to fire Kyle Shanahan. And I'm like, you guys are the biggest idiots
Let's
on the
get
planet.
That's the dumbest shit on the planet. But I'm gonna move on from that. So I'm a part of it on a weekly basis. McDaniel, I can see that happening just because of the stupid looks he puts when the game is on TV. Like, dude, you're smart. You're probably one of the smartest young coaches in football, but you're down 10 points, 15 points, and you're just like, what's his face on the sideline? Like, what is wrong with you?
For selfish reasons, I wouldn't mind McDaniels. I wouldn't mind McDaniels getting fired this year, and I wouldn't mind Saleh getting fired this year for selfish reasons. For selfish reasons. Come on home. Come on home. This door's still open. Come on home.
Listen, you can go back to being a quarterback coach. Bye. I'll take Salah.
D-Hop. Sorry.
D-Hop.
Me, I got him to Buffalo, not the Commanders.
I would love Hop in Buffalo.
Kansas City.
Because Hop is going to get a lot of targets in Buffalo. Kansas City, I just want Hop to go somewhere where he is away from Will Levis. Because Will Levis is terrible. And for that mention, can somebody please go rescue Calvin Ridley too?
Yeah, facts.
Can somebody, Levis, until you can prove that you deserve number 1 targets, you don't get number 1 targets. You don't get wide receivers until you prove that you deserve wide receivers.
Maybe give Treylon Burks too. Maybe he's got potential, but he's being held back by bad quarterbacks too.
You think so?
Could be. I'm just saying it's possible. I mean, no. I just think I don't think
Treylon. I don't think he was ever that good. See,
no.
Injuries.
They drafted him. They drafted him thinking that he was going to be AJ Brown.
Yeah,
he's not AJ Brown.
Small-minded thinking. They're the same size, so they're the same player.
And honestly, Tennessee should have never got rid of AJ Brown because AJ Brown was one of the best wide receivers they've had since Andre Johnson.
And he only cost $25 million a season in Philly.
And I believe you're paying Ridley more.
Yeah, exactly.
Andre Johnson?
I believe you're paying Ridley more.
When did Andre Johnson
should be in KC trying to get a ring?
What you say?
Wait, I don't know what I just said. You got some Andre Johnson.
I'm still stuck on Andre Johnson playing for the Titans. When did Andre Johnson play?
He didn't play for the Titans. He played for the Texans. Yeah, I sometimes get them two franchises confused.
I'm gonna tell you, the last good quarterback Tennessee.
But you know what though? It's crazy that Tennessee has a better Houston has a better wide receiver history than Tennessee.
Tennessee's last good receiver before AJ wasn't it? No, it wasn't Julio. It wasn't Julio.
Because I get them confused.
Boulevard, who was it?
You got me.
Kenny Britt.
Mason?
Kenny Britt was probably their best wide receiver.
Eric Mason?
He was trash too.
Yeah. I don't know.
I remember.
I think it's too many great receivers that were in Tennessee.
They had, I believe, was it them or was it the Texans that had that one guy, Justin Blackman? Justin Blackman, that was the Jaguars. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God, what a waste of talent.
Yeah.
Oh,
God, what a waste of talent.
was it?
Huh?
He phased out again.
Oh. All right. So let's move. We move forward. What are we doing? Where are we?
Next player on the docket.
On the docket, we got Deontay Johnson.
I honestly feel like Carolina should just stay with him.
Yeah.
You traded for the guy. You
Mhm.
traded for the guy. Keep him.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably gonna go with another quarterback next year. So I would want a quarterback to have talent when he get there. Like, because what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna bring another quarterback in with no receiving talent outside of Leggett?
Apparently, that's the plan. 'Cause that's what they're trying to do. I mean, I don't know that they actually trying to get rid of him, but I had him going. If he goes anywhere, go to Baltimore because Baltimore loves mid-ass receivers with potential. So
I don't want Deontay Johnson to go to Baltimore. I want Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson is going to get traded. I would rather him get traded to a real quarterback because you saw what he did. You saw what he did. He's doing with Andy Dalton. So could you imagine what he could do with Justin Herbert? What he could do with a
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, with Pat Mahomes? Like he could actually contribute to these guys. And Derek Mason was on the Titans, but Ernest Givens is
wow.
He's the greatest wide receiver.
he's
When
the
I cut off,
receiving
I was
leader.
gonna say the same thing.
7,935 yards.
I was going to say the same thing before I cut off. Ernest Givens is the greatest receiver in Tennessee history. It's a damn shame.
That's crazy.
Damn shame they sucked that bad.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Haywood,
AJ Brown is 19th on the list.
and Haywood Jeffries is top 5.
I'll say it again for you. AJ Brown is 19th on their list. 19th.
And he only played he's 16th, and he played 2 years.
I'm sorry, 60. Ooh,
Yeah,
3 more
and
picks high.
He played 2 years. He played 2 years, and he wasn't healthy. He wasn't healthy for those 2 years that he played for them. He wasn't healthy. AJ Brown was a beast. They really should have kept him because, like you said, before AJ Brown, it was Derek Mason, and Derek Mason played for them in '97. So that should let you know how long it's been. I mean, they had Kenny Britt in between, but
Can I say this and you two not laugh when I say it? Which is good because it's going to be funny when I say it anyway. Tennessee's where you go to die as a receiver.
it's one of the places. It's one of the places. That's why we need to get Hop away from there.
The
Yeah,
land
they
of
can put Cleveland on that list too.
Yeah. Cleveland definitely does not have a history.
No, that's just more all players in the last 20 years.
You said all players?
Yeah, all players.
Yeah, because when Baker got away from Cleveland, Baker all of a sudden became a good player again.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened to Sam Darnold. He got away from the Jets and the Panthers. He's a real quarterback now. He still sees ghosts, but he's a real quarterback.
You know, it may be a thing about going through the Panthers and going to another team and showing that you're a good quarterback, because Sam Darnold ain't the only one. Baker Mayfield did too.
You know what? Can we trade Allen for Bryce Young?
Trey who? What Allen?
Our Allen in San Francisco.
Oh, Brandon Allen.
Can we trade him for Bryce Young?
I don't know. Kyle likes Allen. He likes Allen.
Question. If I recall, Bryce Young's lefty, right?
Who's lefty?
Yes.
Bryce Young's a lefty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Montana was an unknown quarterback coming out of college when Notre Dame.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Right there. I will not let you proceed any further with your nonsense. Because my man Steve Young had to go through it. He had to. He showed he was nice. He showed he was nice in college. Then he had to go to the USFL, which Bryce Young may have to do. Bryce Young may have to go to. He may have to go to the UFL.
Absolutely.
I don't
Kevin
see.
ain't gonna want him.
I don't see nobody trading for Bryce Young, especially after Andy Dalton coming in and showing what he did. Like Andy Dalton kind of showed him up a little bit bad. Like I don't think anybody like you gotta be. Maybe Andy Reid might trade for him and say, you know what, I can fix this guy. Maybe sit him behind Mahomes because Mahomes ain't going nowhere no time soon.
I have a question for both of you guys, right? Since we all know football. How many USC and Alabama quarterbacks have actually made it big in the NFL?
Not too many. Especially Bama.
I think Carson Palmer is one USC guy.
Oh, yeah.
The only Bama guy I can say that was. Are we giving Hurts Bama? Are we giving Hurts Bama?
I will.
Okay. Okay.
He ain't Oklahoma to me. Oklahoma?
I'm gonna say Tua too. I'm gonna say Tua. Tua's gotten the Dolphins to the playoffs.
Okay,
passing yards leader last year.
I'll give you 2.5.
Tua.
I'll give you 2.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Tua's the half.
Tua and a half.
Tua's the half.
This Jones is a fail.
Definite fail. And I can't really name many Bama quarterbacks.
Caleb Williams is
the jury's still out on him. It's still out. But Jaden Daniels is so much better.
You know what? Fuck that. At Ohio State too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ohio State. Well, Stride. Stride.
Yeah, he may be the one. He may be the one.
He may be the one. He may be the one. He may be the one because Fields is the jury's still out on Fields. Let me say that because I don't want to say Fields is trash, but the jury is still out on Fields.
For this year, he's good. Yes.
Yeah. There's some Bama quarterbacks. I'm gonna just start with Bryce Young and go back. Bryce Young, Mac Jones, Tua, Hurts, Blake Barnett, Cooper Bateman, Jake Coker, Blake Sims, AJ McCarron, Greg McElroy, John Parker Wilson, Brody Corral, and then it's just a bunch of scraps.
AJ McCarron was in the UFL last year.
At one point, Freddie Kitchens was the quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, Bama is definitely not the school you want to go to if you want to be a quarterback.
No.
A receiver, maybe. A deep defensive player.
Defensive player, receiver, running back, everything but quarterback.
Yeah. I was telling a friend that yesterday. If you want to be, if you go to Ohio State, if you go to Alabama, if you go to LSU, Notre Dame, even, all those schools produce great running backs, receivers, D linemen, offensive linemen, secondary, safeties, linebackers, specifically linebackers. Good God Almighty! And like USC's linebacker university.
Wisconsin puts out good linemen.
Quarterbacks. No, Notre Dame and Iowa, the greatest tight end schools in college football. But quarterbacks at all these schools, hot garbage. Notre Dame's best quarterback ever, Joe Montana. Ever.
No, it wasn't Brady Quinn.
Listen, half the Notre Dame quarterbacks have gone to Cleveland and was shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we got? Boulevard. Who else we got? That's we're looking to get
Travis
traded.
Etienne.
Ooh.
You know why this is a thing, because that coaching staff is on their way out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to win games. So they're trying to get players who they feel like are the best players on the field. Because we know Travis Etienne is a 3-down guy. He's a 3-down back. He can run. He can catch the ball. He's a really good player. He's a really good player that needs the ball. He needs the ball. I don't know what they're doing over there. They're showing me that they're trying not to get fired. They're trying to win some games and try not to get fired. We overpaid this overrated quarterback, and now it's kicking our ass.
As much as it hurts me to say this, Etienne to the Cowboys would be magnificent.
Mm-hmm. As an Eagles fan, I hate that, but you're right.
I got one even better for y'all. Etienne to the Bengals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I like Zach Moss though, but yeah.
Etienne to the Bengals.
But
I
the reason why
believe that offense with Joe Burrow would unlock Etienne.
The reason why that's not going to happen, I think Cincinnati's happy with their 1-2 punch they got.
Yeah, I know.
Moss,
but we can dream. We can dream.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that Zach Moss is giving them what they want as a veteran, and then Chase Brown is just nasty, absolutely filthy. That kid can run the ball, and he has speed when he hits them corners. Because he hit a 10, a 12, like a 13-yard run. He hit that corner so fast. Had there been a hole, just a sliver of a hole down the field, he might have took that sideline to the house.
I seen somebody in one of them 49er groups yesterday saying that we should go get Etienne. And I'm like, for what? For what? Because McCaffrey's coming back.
McCaffrey will be back by the Tampa Bay game.
I said he'll be back. I said McCaffrey will be back, and Mason is killing it right now. Like we don't.
Yeah, right. We need like a Herbert or a Johnson, Roshan Johnson.
I'll tell you what we need. We need somebody to spell. We need a damn right tackle. That's what we need.
Well, that's
and a center.
Well, he's actually been getting better. I've been watching Brad Graham's videos because he does all the lineman videos. Brendo's been getting better every week since the first 2 weeks. So I'm okay with Brendo for right now because once Feliciano comes back, Feliciano could change the whole game of that offensive line for us.
We'll see.
But McKivitz,
how about Etienne to the Bears?
They don't need that. They got Swift. They got what's the other dude they've been using
Roscoe.
Huh?
Roscoe?
No, not Roshan Johnson.
That's it.
They were using somebody else. Look at their Bears depth chart for running backs. It's Herbert, Roshan Johnson, Foreman. Is it Dante Foreman? Okay. Is it Dante?
I thought he was in Cleveland.
No, you're right. He's in Cleveland. So who's their fourth? Who's the fourth? They have a fourth-string running back that they're using as a comeback.
Homer, Herbert, Johnson, Swift.
Travis Homer's their third down back right now.
He's on IR.
Yeah, but he just got hurt. So he was their third down back. Now Herbert might replace him, but still.
I'd take Etienne over all three of them. That whole core, including Swift.
Yeah, I would too. But you paid Swift. You have to stay with you paid Swift, so you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
You paid Swift.
Who's next on the docket?
Next on the docket is Hassan Reddick. Wait, are we doing defenders?
No, we're not doing defenders.
All right, well, fuck them then. All right. Next up on the list, Bryce Young.
Miami.
Well, like it.
Miami, Denver.
Rams, maybe replaceable. A couple of years down the road.
Next year.
Yeah, because Jimmy G ain't gonna be the number 2 forever.
No.
Right.
Jimmy G's no number 1 or 2. I don't even know how he should be the number 3 on any team he goes to from now on. The Rams, the Dolphins. Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah, like that. Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean Cleveland has a bunch of quarterback busts. They know all about that shit. They know all about number 1 pick busts.
They just don't make them better either, though.
Jacksonville already got 2 bums in Mac Jones and Lawrence.
Set him a third one. Set him a third one.
Zach Wilson.
Did you say Indianapolis?
Indianapolis?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
As a younger backup, just in case he gets hurt.
He's not a Shane Steichen type player.
Okay. Seattle?
Nah, I think they sticking with Geno for a while.
But I'm saying, like Boulevard said, down the line, Geno got 2 more years at max.
Who's that second? Who's that number? No, the Giants.
No, the Giants got a backup already. Oh no, the Giants. Yeah, the Giants. Yeah,
they got Drew Lock as the backup.
Yeah,
Bryce Young. I
want my boy to start for them. Screw all that. Give me some Tommy DeVito.
Who was that? Number 4? Number 3 on it?
He's number 3 on the list. I want some.
How did Drew Lock make it over Tommy?
Brian Dable's an idiot.
The Seahawks definitely Bryce Young over Sam Howell. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know because Sam Howell was actually cooking last year. I've never seen Bryce Young play that good.
He cooked himself out of DC. I know that.
He did, but at one point in time, Sam Howell was the passing yard leader last year. At some point in time.
He was for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, and he's not gun shy.
It was him, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, and
Tua.
Those were the top 4. And they were ultimately every somebody would take the lead, and then by the end of Sunday, the roster went back to normal. In order.
See, the thing I've noticed about when I watch Bryce Young is extremely gun shy. He's extremely gun shy. You cannot be gun shy in the NFL. It's like he's scared to take the opportunity because he's scared to make a mistake. You're out there second guessing yourself. You can't be second guessing yourself when you're out there because not only will that lead to you making mistakes, but that will also lead to you getting hurt. Because you out there second guessing yourself, and next thing you know, you're getting walloped. So, Sam Howell was not gun shy. Sam Howell was slinging that bitch. Sometimes he may have threw it to the other team, but he was not scared to sling that shit.
True.
So, what Bryce Young would probably need to do, he would probably need to go to an offensive genius that's not afraid to spend time to break him down and build him back up if they feel like he has talent.
Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Andy Reid would probably be that guy. He would probably be that guy. Andy Reid.
Or Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think Bryce Young would work with Greg Roman?
Well, he wouldn't have to throw it.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
I hate Greg Roman. Next person, please. I just don't want to even think about
Darius Slayton.
I'll take him. Send him to San Francisco.
Darius Slayton.
We'll trade Lonnie Bell for him.
At one point in time, I felt like Darius Slayton could have been a guy because he had so much damn talent. I felt like he could be a guy, but
he would as much as I would hate to say this, he'd fit perfect for Kansas City right now.
Yeah, I need to see Darius Slayton with a real quarterback. That's what I need to see.
Or Josh Allen. He can go to Buffalo. To the real.
I need to see him. I need to see him with a real quarterback. Because are you a number 2 or are you a number 1? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like you could be. I feel like you could be either or. I feel like you could be either or. You could be either or because he has the talent. He has the talent. I just know he's better. I know he's better than a number 3. I do know that he's better than being a number 3.
4 of the past 5 years, he's cleared 700 receiving yards.
You said over the past 5 years?
4 of the past 5 years.
Yeah,
I
know he's
for 700 yards each of the 4 of the last 5 seasons.
And that's with Daniel Jones throwing to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he could actually be he's actually better than a number 3. So you can either be a really good number 2, you can either be a really good number 2, or you could be a 1. You could be. It just all depends on who's slinging you the rock.
All right, let's be.
I need to see. I just need to see. I need to see.
So let's do it this way. In the West, he can go to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be a number 2.
He'd be their number 2.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be a number 2.
In the South, he can go to Atlanta. No. New Orleans. No. Tampa. He'd be a 3.
He'd be a 3 in Tampa.
And he possibly the 2 next year because Godwin might go else.
Yeah.
Who else is in the South? Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. He'd be a 1 or 2 in Carolina. But that's a downgrade for him.
Mm-hmm.
In the North,
not really. Andy Dalton is not a downgrade from.
Well, I say him. I said receiving wise, that'd be a downgrade for him because that team is not. Even with Dalton, that team may not really see much.
With Dalton, yeah, because the defense is still trash. The defense is still trash, so Dalton gotta sling that shit.
I'm talking about winning. I'm not talking about.
Well, winning, yeah. It's a downgrade for winning. It's definitely a downgrade for winning. But he'd probably get some stats down there playing with Andy Dalton.
In the
How
East,
about Cleveland? I mean, not Cleveland, Denver.
He'd be great in Denver. if Bo Nix ever got the ball out. Dallas, he'd be a number 2 automatically right now.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, he'd be a 3.
Yeah. Send him to Philly then. We desperately need one of those.
Washington, I think Washington, he'd be a 2 in Washington, wouldn't he be?
Would he be a 2 in Washington?
Probably. In Washington.
Probably.
Is it the rookie that's 2 right now?
No, McCaffrey's 3.
Okay.
Number 2 is Diami Brown. He's better than Diami Brown.
Yeah.
He's definitely better than Diami.
Mm-hmm.
In KC, he'd be the number 2 right now.
Behind Kelsey.
No, even behind Worthy.
I'm not ready to believe in Worthy yet.
Kansas City's going to do stuff now that they have to involve Worthy in running.
I need to see more from Worthy before I can say he's better than Slayton.
It's due to the injuries. They're going to involve the kid more now.
Like I said, I need to see it. To see it.
Denver, yes, he'd be number 1 in Vegas.
Would he?
Yeah. If they give it to Adams. If they give it to Adams.
Over Bowers?
At receiver. We're not talking tight end. Just
I'm talking about just number 1. I'm talking about number 1 options, period.
No. He's not gonna be the number 1 option over Bowers. He'll be the number 1 receiver though. Just wide receiver. I
like Tucker and Myers.
I think he's better than both of them right now.
I don't know, man. If Myers had a decent quarterback, That motherfucker. All he does is catch the ball.
He'd
That's
be a
all
number
he-
one. He'd be a
Like
number one.
Myers, like Myers is a lower tier, is a mid-tier Mike Thomas. Because all he does is he runs routes and catch the ball.
What about New England?
What about New England?
Slayton to New England.
If Drake May is quarterback, he'd probably be number one. He'd probably be number one and fantasy relevant.
It doesn't matter who the quarterback is in New England. That they need to fix that line first. That line is god awful.
Yeah, it is, and they keep losing players.
Exactly. They just lost Andrews for the next 2 months, and they lost another player next to him. Listen,
Yeah,
you can't blame Brissett. You can't blame the receiving core. Ramondre, he benched himself with all the fumbling. You can't blame that offense, though. That line is hot garbage. In May, and Brissett almost got killed in one game 2 weeks ago. Whoever they played before the Niners, they were getting mollywopped.
yeah.
May came in 10 seconds later. He was already on the ground, rolling around like, I think I might pull a Josh Johnson. I don't want to play no more. It was bad. It was bad. Like, stop it. But Slayton, I give you this: Slayton can go to other teams and be a starter, a legitimate starter. What I do hope though, trade rumor is San Fran goes after Jacoby Myers like they've been talking about. That would be great because they've been dying to get him and Ayuk together. But we don't technically need him.
We don't need
got Pearsall, we got Jennings,
we got Cowing. We don't need wide receivers.
I know, but I'm saying,
we need it.
That's been the rumor docket for months now. Myers to the Niners.
We need help in the trenches on both sides. That's what we really need. If we're going to trade for anything, it better be for alignment, offensive or defense.
Why can't we just sign Ndamukong Suh for fucking 1 year, $8 million?
Suh would have to want to come and play for the 49ers. It's not like we haven't tried. We've tried.
It's the money thing with him.
No, we tried several times in the past. We've tried several times.
The last time we tried, he wanted $10 million, and we weren't willing to pay $10 million. But now, 2 years out, $8 million should be enough for him. Come play for the Niners. Come win a Super Bowl. Sit your washed ass down, because nobody wants you. Then what about Hassan Ridgeway? He's a free agent sitting at home.
We'll see. I'll get Lynch on the phone and see what he's talking about.
Or send a 5th or 6th rounder to Denver for DJ Jones.
DJ Jones is with the Denver. He's with Denver.
That's what I just said. Send the 5th or 6th.
Bengals.
No, I didn't. I said Denver.
I thought you said the Bengals.
No, I said Denver. Send the 5th or 6th to Denver for DJ Jones.
I'll take DJ Jones. And he already knows the scheme. I'll take DJ Jones.
Exactly.
I'll take Bryce Huff from Philly too.
Take him. He's yours.
But Boulevard, you know why he'll work for us? Because he already knows the defensive scheme for us.
Well, shit. You don't look like nothing for us.
What do the Jets play in New York? They play the wide 9.
Yeah. Like the coach comes out of that same system.
So does the defensive coordinator right now. Jeff Ulbrich is a 49er linebacker from back in the day.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember when he played.
Any more crazy people that we need to talk about trading?
Let's see. It is Slayton. You're not doing Buda Baker. Robert Woods.
No.
Any veteran. Any veteran.
Go back to the Rams.
Amari Cooper.
Well, I already said what I want. Chargers. Yeah, I want him in LA immediately.
We discussed Devontae, I believe.
Yes.
And that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Time.
It is week 5. I expect within the next 3 weeks, trade rumors are going to ramp up.
Monday morning.
Trade rumors are going to ramp up. keep your eyes posted. Keep your eyes peeled. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if somebody gets desperate enough to go take a shot on Michael Thomas. He's still a free agent. Do not be surprised.
I heard Dallas is looking into him.
I heard that too. I heard that too. Hey, if he still got something, if he still got some juice left, why not? Why not? But we're gonna go on to our next segment, which is everybody's favorite. Call your shot.
Your thing, you could definitely survive here and thrive.
Call your shot.
All right, we are calling our shots this weekend for players that we are going to go off. We're going to give you exact stats. I think GI gave us his already, unless he wants to give a different one, for the luck of the 49ers.
I'll go last.
All right, Boulevard, what you got on?
Stop fighting when you're moving around in your chair.
Who you got on the deck?
Okay, so because Samira White's out, I had Madison. He's going in 48. Wait, which one is this? Is this call your shot? Call your shot. Okay, my bad. Where'd it go? Where the hell did it go? Okay, yeah, my call your shot is Jamar Chase. 10 plus catches, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Woo!
Nice.
He's gonna kill. You have him killing Baltimore like that?
Mm-hmm. He's due. He's due.
He's definitely due. Chase is definitely due for one of them games. He is definitely due for one of them games. All right. My shot this week is Michael Pittman. 7 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay, Captain Obvious.
That's not obvious. It's not obvious. Michael Pittman has stank all season. He needs this.
And that's because Richardson was the quarterback. When Flacco's the quarterback,
he needs this. He needs this because if he doesn't show off this weekend, what's waiting for him? You know what's waiting for him? Bum jail. That's what's waiting for him. Bum jail. No, it ain't gonna be P. Diddy. I'm putting him in a cell with Suge Knight.
Oh no.
Nah. What's that one dude that they made a whole documentary on from jail?
The booty warrior.
All right. See, I thought you two jackasses would steal my pick, my actual pick, even though my original pick that I said is what I'm hoping happens for our team. But Captain Obvious here, I'm gonna say it for you. In his revenge game against Buffalo, Stephon Diggs 8 for about $120 and 2 TDs.
I love it.
All right, and for our unofficial 6th member, Young Christ, aka the Jesus, he got his.
You're one of my mom's Sean Collector's B. It's your boy Young Christ, the Jesus, aka the Fresh Pimp of Bianca Belair, aka the Wizard of Oz, aka Mr. Arm and Ham, because I keeps it fresh, you heard? Today I'm calling my shot on Josh Allen. My son gonna have a bounce back game, over 300 all-purpose yards and 3 TDs. Even though Josh got treated like Freak Mill at a Sean Combs party last week at Baltimore, Josh gets a couple, take that, this week, you heard? And don't mind me, I just be talking shit.
I think he got destroyed like P. Diddy last week by Baltimore. By Meek Mill. Oh my god. Oh.
I think Young Christ might be actually more New York than you, GI.
Oh. That was
all right. So that was our call your shot this week. I want to see which one of y'all is bold enough to take our picks and run with them tomorrow. So now we're going to get to everybody's favorite segment, Garfield's Kicker of the Week.
I need Odie. To make some picks too.
There's no Odie. There's no normal.
Then get one.
Thank God there's no normal.
Thank God there's no normal.
Back to Vermont for 10 seconds.
And now, Garfield's Kicker of the Week.
I'm full this week, so therefore I can think clearly. Now, even though I hate the Rams, like I hate Mondays, their kicker should be a good play this week. So welcome to the party, Joshua Carty. Now somebody tell Kyle to feed me again.
And that was Garfield's Kicker of the Week.
Greedy ass cat.
Joshua Carty is only like 2% owned in Yahoo leagues. And he's actually been pretty good. What does Garfield know? What does Garfield know that we don't? I think it's gonna be a couple field goals tomorrow from him because I see the Rams getting close, but not scoring a lot of TDs. Pretty good pick, Garfield. Pretty good pick. So now we're definitely gonna get into these sleeper plays for y'all. Because it's still some guys that we've been telling y'all about that y'all are just not listening to. So, and before you say it, Boulevard, wait. Wait till we get to it. Because I already know what you're getting ready to say. So, yeah, we're going to get into these sleeper plays.
Is it Donnie Mitchell healthy?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Sleeper Plays of the Week.
Boulevard.
You can commence.
The floor.
Okay.
Can we just make a graphic for you from now on until this happens? Every time we get to we're just gonna have a sign that says Colby Parkinson. Colby Parkinson.
Yes.
Colby Parkinson.
Owned by only 21% of people in fantasy. Y'all sleeping on him.
You guys are still sleeping on Jalen Tolbert. He's only 6% owned in Yahoo, and he is the number 2. He's the number 2 wide receiver right now, barring any trade that happens overnight. He's the number 2 guy right now. He should be rostered in all y'all leagues right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with 2 guys: Donnie Mitchell for Indianapolis, and coming off the IR, Kendrick Bourne in New England.
Okay.
I got another one for you. He's only 3% owned, but Jawan Johnson from the Saints.
Okay.
Jawan Johnson went off last year as the TE in your TE spot. The TE spot has been abysmal this year. So taking a chance on Jawan Johnson coming back from injury will not hurt. He's back to full participation in practice. And Hill is not out there, and Hill is hurt. Taysom Hill is hurt. So yeah, I'd be picking up Jawan Johnson.
I put a pox on the tight end position right now in fantasy, a pox. And I put a pox on the New Orleans Saints for not knowing how to use a tight end properly and putting that third version of Cordell Stewart out there every week playing 50 positions.
He's not slash, he's trash.
and then wondering why he's hurt on a weekly basis.
He's the
wide receiver, tight end, running back, kick returner, punt returner.
He's the MVP. He's the MVP. He's the MVP. The most vulturing player. That's what he is. That's what he is. Because the Saints will get on the goal line, and instead of doing the right thing by fantasy football and giving the ball to Kamara, oh, it's Taysom Hill time. Get this guy out of here, man. Get him out of here.
All right. I'd say either Rams wide receiver, Whittington or Tutu Atwell. Whittington's at 12%. Atwell's at 17%.
I'm leaning more towards Atwell, Tutu. I lean more towards Tutu because Tutu is getting all of the downfield targets.
Right.
And that's what I want to ask. At this point, are those two guys really sleepers anymore?
No, there's just nobody's looking at them. So
yeah, I mean,
desperate enough.
As long as people are not rostering you, I'm considering you a sleeper.
Let's be realistic. Let's call it a spade a spade. Some people are just putzes. there are some people that are just obvious plays already. Week 5, with the injury season that we've had already filled of people, let's be realistic. I don't like him, but Tutu Atwell is common sense to be having on your list. Even Worthington, whatever the kid's name is.
Whittington, yeah.
He's another one. Like,
especially in deep leagues.
I know this is a sleeper section, but let's just be realistic now. This is an injury-filled year. We have a lot of leagues that are deep. And you don't trust. You're not going to be able to trust all your starters because what? They're gonna think about themselves at the end of the day, depending on what year they're in, contract, money, all that stuff. So the youth is what we're gonna have to start looking at now, not 3 years from now. Now.
Right.
And I got a quarterback that you guys need to be rostering because at any moment now, it can happen. And you don't want to be caught assed out like some people were when Flacco came into the game last week. You were assed out to not get Flacco. Go get Jameson Winston. The guy is 0% rostered. 0% rostered in Yahoo leagues.
You know how I know that's inaccurate? Because I have Jameis Winston on one of my teams in Yahoo. I have Jameis Winston.
Go get Jameson because when Jameson Winston gets into the game, Mr. 30 for 30, when he gets into the game, and that offense takes off, you're gonna be sorry that you don't have him because I won multiple leagues in that 30 for 30 year with Jameson Winston. So
he's I'm catching a brain fart right now. He's in what team again?
Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay. So go back three topics ago. How about him to Miami?
You know, he's not involved in trade discussions, but I would not mind that. I would love that for fantasy football. I would love Winston in Miami for fantasy football, especially if they just cut him loose and let him do what he does. I wouldn't mind it. I would love it.
There wouldn't be no more Tua starting in Miami.
For a while.
Tua would be in the Giants before too long.
Hey, but they actually improved their line, so he may do good in New York.
Yeah. He ain't going to run head first into nobody.
With Neighbors, he be giving a lot of those 10 to 15-yard targets to Neighbors. Yeah. Sign me up. But that was our show for tonight. We hope that you guys have taken something away from this, and hopefully you guys can win your leagues this weekend with the advice that we have given you. We have something special. We have something special on the docket next week. I don't want to get the cat out the bag too early, but we're definitely going to be back here. We're going to be recapping the Sunday games. We're going to recap the Monday night game, and we're going to get you ready for your Thursday night game. And hey, as long as you're here, with us, you can't lose.
Facts.
Don't lose. We don't. We don't lose unless it's to each other, and then that don't count. So,
Basically.
so with that being said, it's the Fantasy Football Avengers, and we are out. See you next time.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Football Avengers podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Links in the description.